record. Okay, everybody, I am hanging out with two of my very dear friends, Hilly and Ria, and we are going to do some tracker analysis from the group. Our very special loving thread, and that's because I am so proud of how much effort you guys are putting in. I want you to see and maximize the results of that effort. The same picture is just forwarded into the thread.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, good. Here they come. Awesome. I love your writing. Your handwriting is awesome.
It's so bad. I'm sorry.
No, you haven't seen
So
bad. Mine are much worse. Mine are much worse.
I know I'm just not detailed enough. I'm just not.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you questions, which is why you're on, but also it's not I'm just not detailed enough. It's, ooh, could be the tiny change between losing weight and kind of more staying the same. You're going to have to tell me because you cut off your weight, like your loss each day.
Oh, sorry.
Each day was a weight loss day. Just fine. Just the
No,
first
I don't
day
mind.
I know. I'm
not
just
wearing my reading
saying
glasses.
that I can't see, and I'll want to know if it's a weight loss day.
Okay, so I'll tell you.
Okay, I'm going from the first picture, and I'm going from the first picture.
Right.
Says trying to work on putting healthy food in my body.
Okay, so the next day was the same, and the day later was down, where it was oatmeal quarter cup.
Hold on, we got to starting from the first picture posted. Each day, let's do one at a time. And
so the first 2 days were the same weight, and then
it was down.
I didn't always track my water, as you can see.
Okay, hold on. I want to share my screen. Okay, so here I have in front of me the first day. So we have one slice of sourdough toast, mashed white beans, avocado with tomato slices. What does that say? Is that avocado?
Yeah, avocado, tomato slices, coffee.
With half and half.
Half and half.
Okay, so hypothetically, you have a lot of really good things going on here. One slice of sourdough toast, you want to be honest, thick slice, thin slice. That could be the difference day to the next day, okay?
Right. My problem is it's homemade. Well, that's the first problem, is that it's really yummy. The second problem is I actually thought maybe I should weigh a slice just to get an idea of
how big
really
it is.
What it is. So what's a normal, I guess I should look up in grams what that would be.
Exactly. And that'll give you just a one-time concept. And then you'll know maybe you should have a half a slice or a whole slice. Then you had mashed white beans as your protein, which is, again, a higher carb, avocado with tomato slice, and coffee with half and half. How much half and half?
I don't know. I just put it in.
So half and half is like 50 calories a tablespoon versus almond milk, which is 20 calories a cup.
Oh, no, I can't do almond milk.
I'm not saying, I'm just giving you like maybe even 3% milk, which is like also like 10 calories for 2 tablespoons. Like you're talking about, if you're pouring a fourth a cup of half and half there, you can easily have a huge amount of hidden calories that can, like, you're maintaining, like this isn't even gaining. So like that's a tiny change you can make.
Okay.
Avocado, how much avocado? A fourth of an avocado?
I usually do a fourth, yeah. Great.
So assume it's a fourth, but if it's more than a fourth, make sure you write it down so you know, when you look back, you know, the details really help the scale not feel like a condemnation. It really makes it feel like your friend being honest with you because you look back and you're like, yeah, I totally see that happening. Vegetarian chili with a half cup of lentils.
It was like a mixture of rice and lentils. Like I had mixed the two.
Great. And the vegetarian chili, I'm assuming, had beans and lots of veggies.
Right.
Okay. Was it really veggies most this meal, or was it carb most?
Probably carb.
Like how much was it veggie to bean in the chili?
I don't know. I probably used a can of red beans and like, I don't know, let's say 4 peppers, 2 zucchini, but
so
yeah,
definitely
it probably
veggies most. Definitely
You think?
veggies most. Definitely, but then the whole meal might not be veggies most. So when you have a
Okay.
bowl of this, is it on a plate? Is it on a bowl? What does it look like?
It's in like a breakfast bowl.
Breakfast size bowl. So what you might think of doing is doing it like in a large size coffee mug.
Okay. And how would I add more
A big
veggies to that meal?
salad, and then have your breakfast bowl full of salad.
Okay.
And then if you're still hungry, right, have 16 ounces of water, go back for seconds.
Right.
But I think you won't be
Okay.
hungry because that's very filling.
Okay. Got it. I'm writing it
Chai
down.
tea with almond milk and agave. Awesome. You do want to have some sort of concept there, right? How much agave,
Right.
teaspoon, tablespoon, especially if you're going to have it with 2 treats. Amazing. You sat down, you were mindful, you enjoyed them, and this wasn't even a weight loss day.
Right.
I mean, this
Well,
wasn't
actually,
you said.
no, it was the same. It was maintenance.
Exactly.
Right.
So sauteed brown, what does that say? Broccoli
Broccoli,
with a little potato.
tomato, potato with glass noodles. I think I just took leftover stuff.
So you see how you still have a lot of carb at night and not protein.
Right.
So even if your day would have been exactly the same as it was, and you would have actually had a plated dinner of 75% veggies and 25% protein, and that was a maintenance day, that would for sure have been a weight loss day.
Okay, so
like you have a fantastic metabolism. Be happy with your body. Say, look at all this. Look how amazing I am. And this was totally maintenance.
Okay.
Like, what more do you want from yourself when having 2 cookies, right?
Right.
And a third cookie at dinner and carbs at night is not a weight gain day? That's
so
awesome.
I guess I think I definitely struggle with night. Not the eating. Like I'm not a night eater, but like I struggle with making it a proper plated dinner.
Okay. So I want you to like
who wants to eat a salad anymore at that point? I think that's my issue.
So what about having a stir fry with tofu? Or you I know you have an air fryer, right?
I don't. I've been debating. I don't.
And roasting vegetables in the oven. What about roasted vegetables and tofu? When you were losing weight before, I remember you would do meatballs sometimes.
I know. I think I have to. I really don't enjoy tofu. I know I should, and I tried it all different ways.
There's no should. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It's okay. It's okay.
I know, but I feel like I limit my protein because I don't like fish. I don't love tofu. And I think I'm going to have to go back to incorporating like an animal protein, probably like once or twice a week, because how many eggs can I eat? And it seems like other proteins are carb proteins.
Look, but the carb proteins you did okay with breakfast and lunch. How about if you just dinner? And then also, I would even challenge that belief and say, try track and see having a bean or lentil at night. If that was your only carb, look how many carbs you have here. You have potato and glass noodles and a cookie and cookies at snack. But I think the reason you're craving so many sweet snacks is because you're not getting enough protein earlier. Like maybe having carbs is bringing on more of a desire for carbs.
Right. Right.
So also you could do a vegan protein powder. You know what I'm saying? You could do Orgain, you could do Shakeology if you wanted to have a different vegan source of protein, if you didn't want to have animal protein. Or I would think about, like you said, making meatballs and maybe even mixing them, doing half lentil, half meat. So you're cutting down on the meat.
Right. Right.
But definitely getting a plated dinner, like go through Alana's, she has an entire, every single week in the Mindset membership, she posts a vegan meal plan with vegan dinners that are plated.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yes, I'll let me show you. Here we go. Recipes. Let's go to programs.
I find the website really annoying to navigate.
So I usually have it bookmarked, Mindset membership, but yeah, see there it comes up, Mindset membership. And then look, this is how it, once you get used to it, it's really not difficult. But I feel the same way about all Israeli websites, but I'm on here enough, I don't find it difficult. Meal plans. Right. A million meal plans. Every single month has a vegan meal plan. So let's take a look at what they did for dinner. What does Alana recommend a vegan eat for dinner? So there's the veggie burger patty recipe, the creamy cauliflower soup with hazelnut remoulade and grilled tempeh. Use tofu, use a veggie burger protein patty. She's a really big believer that if you want to be plant-based, you have to make friends with soy or you're not going to get weight loss level protein or Shakeology.
Right. Like I know. I did Shakeology yesterday. Great. Or the protein powder, but when I have too much of it, I don't know. It kind of makes me feel not good. Like,
so what about if you had twice a week and then 2 or 3 times a week an animal protein at dinner?
Right. Right.
You got to find a balance because remember, you want it to be sustainable. So next day you said was also a stay the same day. Here you had an oat yogurt, and you got to be careful with those oat yogurts and really look at the packaging because they are a lot of carb and not protein. Also oat milk, like I never take oat milk, only almond milk or soy milk. 1/4 cup homemade granola. And also when you were losing weight before, you were actually eating dairy.
Yes. So this was like, we were trying the vegan thing and you'll see as I go on, it didn't work for me. So I went back to dairy yogurt.
Right. And that's okay, right? With like live and learn. A cut of apple coffee. So if that would have been like a pro yogurt, that would have been great. Sour salad with chickpeas. Again, like a 1/2 cup of chickpeas. What are we looking at here? How much quinoa, how much chickpeas?
Right. Okay.
These are the kind of questions you want to ask yourself when you're maintaining. And here's another trick I've really seen work because I have a lot of vegan and vegetarian clients that I've worked with who lose weight really well. And few things that work for them is instead of like doing quinoa and chickpeas, which are really good, and doing like 1/4 cup of each and really counting it as their protein and their carb because chickpeas and quinoa are actually 1/2 and 1/2. Having maybe 3/4 cup of a mix of quinoa and chickpeas or a 1/2 cup of a mix of quinoa and chickpeas with a dressing on the salad. For snack, sourdough toast, garbanzo beans, and roasted
tomato.
Awesome that
I guess lunch. Right. I think lunch was just not filling enough.
And I remember you're like, I really think you're going to have to work on that, on the protein there. Like maybe putting that same salad with a hard-boiled egg.
Right. Okay.
Also, when you have a snack, you want it to be veggies most. If you would have half a plate of sliced veggies and the sourdough toast and the garbanzo beans and the roasted tomato, you'd probably only need like a half a slice of toast with the roasted tomato on it with a few garbanzo beans. And remember, this was a maintenance day, so we're looking for the tiniest tweak. Like this is great stuff. This is all healthy. Your goal is weight loss. So you want it to also be healthy for weight loss, so you don't feel frustrated when you're putting in so much amazing effort to be healthy. Like this is so yummy and amazing. So I'm really proud of you. Dinner, what does that say?
So my daughter, I remember this day, my daughter made a squash curry with brown rice and I didn't like it. So I was really hungry. So at that point I had a vanilla soy yogurt with granola.
Okay, great.
And then I just went because I was really hungry.
I had a half a gin and tonic and went to bed.
Yes.
Okay.
And the next day I was down 0.6 pounds.
Awesome. So a lighter, so definitely dinner's part of the problem.
Yes.
Pretty much the whole problem for you, which is amazing that you can have this kind of day and it's not maintenance for you and it's weight loss with dinner. So I think your homework is really go through the Mindset Membership vegan recipes, everything that's a dinner recipe. And even if you have to get some of those Tevil protein burgers for dinner or the Beyond Burger meat, if you want to stay vegan, or suck it up and, 3-4 days a week, have some animal protein. I know you're not like ideologically opposed.
Right. Well, I have been, and then I said, okay, so like this Shabbos, it's like I have to have meat. I can't take it anymore. I don't know what else to make. So I ordered from Artsenu because I felt like at least they're happy chickens and happy cows. So I felt a little better about that. And I decided to just do one meal chicken. So dinner's chicken.
Amazing.
I'm struggling with lunch because my daughter asked for onion soup, which is fine. I don't do it with butter, and I use like a mushroom broth to make it taste good. But she asked for mac and cheese, and I'm like, oh, whenever I do the cauliflower thing, to me, I just don't get it right.
Okay, but so she can have it and you cannot eat it because you're not eating dairy and you're not eating much dairy anyway.
Right. So the question is, how could I make it? What could I do that's only 3 of us instead of making a million meals? What could I do as a main for lunch? Oh, and I did buy salmon and I'm just going to grill it and suck it up and eat it. Because then
what about doing a vegetable quiche?
Okay, like what?
Like
broccoli. Wait, one more thing. I bought little ramekins.
Awesome.
Because I thought I measured, they're about half a cup. They're really small.
What about making the mac and cheese in there?
Okay, so how would I do that? I could add cauliflower, but how do I make it?
Use whole wheat pasta. And just put in the baby cauliflower, the frozen one that's like the teeny weenies.
Baby cauliflower or the cauliflower rice?
Either one, whatever you think. But you don't have to worry about doing so much to it because like if you put it in half cup servings, that could be your FFC, and then have a piece of salmon with it. Or like the following week, or maybe even for one of your breakfasts, what about making like a quiche? So you have like a quiche piece every day for lunch on the side of your salad, with like cottage cheese and eggs and vegetables in it.
A recipe?
Yes, I have one actually on my website. I'll put it in the thread after the call.
Okay, that's a great idea.
Okay, great. And then also it's something easy you can have. And I love that recipe because I do it with a million different kinds of veggies. It's the same filling. One week you could do it with mushrooms and onions. One week you could do it with cherry and sun-dried tomatoes. One week you could do it with pesto and spinach. One week you could do it with broccoli and a little sweet potato. Like, keep changing it up.
That would be great. I like that a lot.
Okay. Snack, whatever you want to have for snack, you make sure it's 50% veggies.
Do you normally eat snacks or?
And I always choose protein and veggie for my snack. So it could be Shakeology, usually with spinach in it or cauliflower rice in it, or cut veggies with a dip. That's
How much cauliflower rice in a protein shake would make it?
I always tell everyone to start with a half a cup instead of ice because it makes it creamy. And then you can build up to a cup if you like it, or you might like just a half a cup.
Okay. But you don't add anything else? You just do because I prefer the Orgain to the Shakeology.
Use the Orgain. A half a cup of, I do like 6 ounces of almond milk, and the half a cup to a cup of frozen cauliflower rice, a little vanilla extract, and a pinch of the Himalayan sea salt. I think it makes everything better. And a scoop of the Orgain, and it comes out super thick and creamy, and you eat it with a spoon, like a pudding, like a frozen treat.
Right.
Very yummy.
Okay. And that's your snack.
Yeah, and that's usually my snack because I do much better with a lighter dinner and a lighter lunch. And if I know I'm having a planned snack, I won't overeat at those meals. When I tell myself don't have a snack, I get fearful. I'll tend to overeat, and then I'll get a stomach ache, or I'll get bloated, or I won't more sure it. I just found that having a planned snack is generally better for me. Okay.
Okay.
Ria, you getting something out of this too? Also seeing somebody else's trackers and seeing somebody else stuff. Okay.
For sure.
A 4th cup of oatmeal, a tablespoon of chia seeds, a tablespoon of flax, half a cup of almond milk, and coffee. That actually looks great. I would only maybe suggest adding a tablespoon of PB2 also, or maybe collagen in your coffee for a little more protein there, but because the chia and the flax are really not quite enough protein without having PB2 or collagen or something else with it.
Okay.
Alana actually answered that question in the office hours. Somebody asked, like a vegan asked about chia pudding, and she's like, you really want to make it with Shakeology or with, like, when I do a chia pudding, I do a tablespoon of flax and a tablespoon of chia with a scoop of Shakeology or with a scoop of Orgain, so that you have the right balance of carbs and protein. And that's really what keeps you from getting snacky. Oops, I lost our
Okay.
I lost it.
I do have collagen. I add that. I do add that.
So that would be a perfect kind of thing there. I lost where we are. Here we are. Okay. Then so like that same breakfast, but with collagen in the coffee would be a perfect kind of blend. Was this a weight loss day?
I'm not sure. I don't know why I didn't write the weight the next day, but the day after was down. So
okay, so we'll look at this
somehow
day. We'll
2 days later, I was down by 1.5 pounds.
1 cup of chickpeas mashed with cabbage, with vegetables, with olive oil, and a half an apple. So this is a very good balanced lunch, by the way.
Okay.
Already, this is a big improvement because you have a cup of chickpeas. So it's your FFC and your carb together. So a good proportion, and you only added a half an apple like as an accessory.
Right.
So I think that was amazing. Okay. And then you made a really good choice for a snack. You had a Pro yogurt with a tablespoon of, was that actual peanut butter or?
Probably PB2. No, I don't use peanut butter. PB2.
No, a tablespoon of PB2, a half an apple, a teaspoon of flaxseed, 3 walnuts, and 2 macadamia nuts. So this is like a yummy Wonder Whip, high protein snack. And then look how satisfied you were with dinner. The only swap I would have made is instead of wild rice in your soup, maybe throwing edamame in there. Doing a tablespoon or 2 of rice and a half cup of edamame.
Okay. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, and then the next day, a half a banana, almond milk, date, chia flaxseed shake, 2 coffees. Then for lunch you had, and I said it would be the same thing. If you added a tablespoon of collagen, it would be a better balance, right? You'd have a better protein to balance the date and the half banana. What does that say? Read me the lunch. It's
smashed. Like I've just was taking mashed chickpeas and adding like a bag of that frozen sauteed vegetables on top.
Yum.
And half an apple.
So here, again, that 1 cup of chickpeas looks like it kept you much more full. And with the cooked veggies versus the salad, a half an apple. So again, your carb ratio to protein, significantly better. No snack. So like you had 6 nuts total. So a significantly smaller snack. And your dinner had only like protein carbs, like white bean, which now you know also works for you because this was a big weight loss day. So now you know also that if you wanted to make a bean soup or add beans to any of your soups at night, that it very will likely work for you as a protein.
Okay, so that day pretty much works if I just added a little more collagen
to the morning, my breakfast. That's a huge weight loss day for you. But look what a huge difference that is from your maintenance days now. Significant difference.
Right.
Oops. Okay. We'll do one more, and then we'll do, because was this next day also a weight loss day?
Hold on, let's tell you. Oh.
The next day was the next day after a weight loss day?
I don't know, because unfortunately that was the day my father passed away.
Oh.
So that night, there's a long break.
Right.
And then I didn't start back up until the 20th of December.
How many more is that going?
What do you mean?
I'm skipping here to January 11th, okay?
Okay.
Was this a weight loss day or not?
January 11th.
Those are mine. That one's mine, Lily.
Oh, that's yours? Sorry.
Can you tell it's much more detailed than mine?
That's because I just had a call.
I mean, I'll give you.
Exactly.
I'll give you a weight loss. Yeah, let's do your last 2 here. The last 2 days that you gave me, I can't see the date on top. The kefir almond milk banana.
Hold on. Sorry.
No problem.
Did I send it to you?
I'm looking still in the thread.
Okay, so the last 2 days, kefir almond milk banana was.
Okay, you look at it. I'm going to do Rhea and I'm going to come back. So Rhea, was this day a weight loss day, January 11th?
Okay, 1 second.
Oh, I see. Okay.
No, I maintained the same thing to the next day.
Okay. And then what's the next day after that?
And then the next day it went down by 0.1. And then the next day was 0.1 down, 0.1 down.
Okay, so we are going in the right direction. And if it's 0.1 every day, we'd be happy. But that means that we're getting in the right? We're building momentum into the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
And did you say you have your period also?
Yeah.
So even more so, we could be looking at an even bigger weight loss come a few days when your period ends.
Right.
So that's excellent. Are you feeling more full?
Right. Although I'm not sure that always happens with me. with, yeah,
Are you feeling more full and
I
less
can't hear you.
snacky? Are you feeling more full?
Yes, yes.
Excellent.
But what you
Okay.
don't see on, okay, yeah,
Go
what I'm
ahead.
not yet putting all the time down is the tiny, like January 12th, I had as a snack 2 Kinder strips or something, which I don't remember. Yeah, I'm not putting everything else yet in.
So again, like, it's funny when I wrote the thing, like, okay, licking the chocolate bowl, quickly grabbing water, gum.
Right.
And your mom's like, what do you mean? I'm like, because I would have to track that. And I'd so much rather track that I ate 2 pieces of chocolate than not track that I licked the bowl and wonder why I didn't lose weight. Right? So,
Yep.
so now
Yeah.
okay, I'm losing 0.1 and not tracking everything. If I track everything, I'll know what's worth it and what's not. And I like live in 100% honesty with myself. Again, it's not that licking the bowl is evil, but licking the bowl is really not as good as actually eating the thing I made.
That's a good point.
Sometimes licking the bowl is even better. It depends.
Really, but be honest, is really, you would rather lick the bowl and not have the treat? Because if you melt,
It depends on the situation. If you're with your kids,
chocolate, if you melt 6 squares of chocolate and just do that from now on, like put it in a bowl and just lick the bowl, you would be much more satisfied eating 6.
right.
You'll be shocked at over a whole bowl, a mixing bowl, it would look like
Right,
nothing.
right.
So you're with your kids in this moment and you're licking the bowl. What's the story you're telling yourself why that doesn't need to be tracked?
No, absolutely.
Right? Because
I agree. It definitely needs to be tracked. Yeah.
And then you want to look at it and be like, was it worth it? Like, again, if you want to eat cookie dough, take a bowl, make yourself equal to a cookie and put it on a plate. And when you're done, like, eat the cookie dough if you enjoy the cookie dough more. But eating the cookie dough and pretending we're not, like, it's nothing is so frustrating because then you tell yourself you can't eat cookies. But actually you ate like 6 cookies, right? Like a cookie dough, and you don't realize it. And you're like, it was just a bite. And just not even in the tracker. You're like, it was such a good day. I don't understand. You didn't eat the carrots.
Yeah.
Okay, sunny side up egg, bread, butter, scallions, bite, energy bite, 1 bite of an energy bite while putting them into the container. Okay, this is good. The step 1 of picking at food is mindfulness. Noticing and dropping it and being like, if I want an energy bite, I can take one. I don't need to pick.
Are those the things that I yell at makes? Because I made them and they're great.
Yeah, there's lots. Yeah, she makes them. I've given, that was actually my recipe I gave her, but yes. Yeah, she has all those vegan things. They're really good, but again, 1 to 2 is a serving. So it's like when you're eating 6 or 8, like I stopped making my really yummy date energy bites that I love, love, love for 6 months until I felt like I can control myself around them again. And now they've been in my freezer and I can have 1 mindfully and it's fine. But I went through a stage where it was like 3, I'll take 3 as a serving. Oh, wait, no, I want another 3. Oh, wait, another 2. And I had 16.
That's why I didn't want to make them for that reason at all. I told Lily that. But I also make them flat, and they're in small squares. So I think they're less. And then that way I could have 2 instead of 1 or whatever. But that's it.
Right.
But again, it's just try, track, and see to what your number is that really works for you. Okay, Sam, but also you see that when you're getting better protein, your snackiness is lower. Salmon, zoodles, the great amount of zoodles, 1 to 2 cups, salmon, black beans, 1/3 to 1/2 cup, great amount of FFC, and that's a great FFC because it also has protein. 2 tablespoons of Gavina and a little bit of canola oil, awesome. A pepper, another energy bite, 2 Brazilian nuts, and what is this?
And a fifth of the Veggie Beyond Burger.
A fifth. Okay, so all this
Yeah.
is picking. If you plan a snack, if your snack thing is filled up with picking, plan a snack. Just like surrender to like, you need a snack in the afternoon.
Right.
And
So,
okay.
right. So I usually have 2 Brazilian nuts as a snack at some points, or sometimes I have them with part of my meal at some point of the day, like breakfast or lunch.
Why?
Okay. And then I threw,
Why?
because I need, it's whatever's in it. I can't remember what it is, but it's something for my health that I was told by someone that I need it.
That you need 2 Brazilian nuts. Okay. That's
A
not
day.
gonna hurt you.
Yes.
Okay.
Instead of taking vitamins with extra
Sure.
stuff, maybe if I took
2
Shakeology every
Brazil
day,
nuts is
I
not
wouldn't
gonna
need it. I
affect
don't
your
know.
weight.
Yeah.
2 nuts, like, great. Like, it must be
Right.
like a trace element of something because it's
Right.
not that much in 2 nuts. So awesome. If it's working for you, right? Awesome. So I would not put it at snack then. I would put it as part of one of your meals and then actually plan a snack.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because like all of
Okay.
this,
Why?
you don't end up having a plated snack. And then like you said, this was a 0.1 or a no loss day when you really set your up to have a big loss day.
Right.
So if you would have had
Okay.
a pepper and a carrot and then some cherry tomatoes or a cucumber, like you guys can't forget the power of raw veggies most. Like in the end of the day, you want to look at your day and be
Right.
like, wow, I was veggies most. This snack is veggie some.
Right.
So plan a veggies most snack and then really enjoy it. And if you want an energy bite then and your veggies most snack, you take an energy bite at the end, right? And you're like, oh yes, delicious. I'm so happy
Yeah.
I'm Yankees. And you're so why were the burgers out? Were you getting them ready for dinner? What were you doing? You were just making them for dinner?
I was a kid was making it for a kid who was hungry. So
Okay.
yeah.
So just, I'm not being critical,
Yep.
but I'm just being honest. You deserve the weight loss. So you put all the prep and you put all the effort in and you know you're going to eat it at dinner.
Right.
It's really about just
No, I didn't know.
training.
I did not know that I was yet going to eat it for dinner or not.
So you were debating. So you
I
wanted to
treated it
taste
was
it
like
and see if you wanted to have it.
And I felt it was a protein with the snack. I was trying to balance, having like a snack with protein and vegetables. But whatever, move on from this day because the Beyond Burger is not a good one for me anyway. So like,
why? But you didn't gain the next day.
This isn't an ideal.
You didn't gain the next day, you said.
No, I know.
So what was the
I
problem
stayed
with
the
it?
same, more or less. Yeah. So,
But I'm telling you, it wasn't from that. It's
because
from
I was
picking.
trying to.
Leave the Beyond Burger.
Okay.
Don't blame the Beyond Burger.
Okay.
Try it again on a cleaner day. Here we go. Here's a cleaner day. So you said this was a
Okay.
weight loss day, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So anyway, we can already see same breakfast, but without the picking, right? Same lunch. Here we had a bowl of purple cabbage, the banana, the raisins. This is the one that I said was a perfect day. I said, I bet this is a weight loss day. In the other video, this was the one I saw, and I said, this is a perfect weight loss day. Not surprising.
Okay.
You have the 2 most critical elements to a weight loss day. A veggies most snack or no snack, lots of water, and a light dinner. veggies most dinner.
But this was the day that I had while I was cleaning. I don't know what time. It was like midday, 2:00 or 1:00. I had 2 Kinder strips.
Right. But again,
And
2 Kinder strips.
That's
You
all.
think
So
the energy bites, you think the energy bites have less calories. They don't. They're just more nutritious.
Right.
Healthy,
sure.
not healthy for weight loss.
Right.